what this will do is if it ever broke and the chains broke away as well.
Oh, okay.
And the chains broke away as well, the vehicle would pull this and yank that key out.
Yeah.
By yanking that key out, it would lock up the brakes. So
okay.
the trailer would actually stop on its own. Okay. So like I said, either not cross, it won't cradle. Cross, it'll cradle.
It's supposed to be crossed.
They're supposed to be crossed.
Yeah, so when
okay.
they cross, they cradle again and let it when they actually break away from the vehicle.
Cradle meaning hold this up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Alright, so your electric jack has a little extension foot down here. So right now it's on the third one. This little pin here pulls out after you're up on the vehicle. Okay? And you can actually bring that jack foot up even further.
Why do I see so often people have blocks?
So depending on the setup, some people don't have the extended foot down here. Then on top of that, the tow vehicles go higher.
Okay.
This jack will only go so high.
Okay.
So once you get up to a certain point, you're kind of stuck there. You can't get it on the top of the vehicle. So some people will put blocks underneath. One, they think it pads it. If you're on a soft ground, definitely put a nice base underneath it so the jack don't sink. But if you're not on a soft ground, then basically a concrete pad like this, as long as you get the jack up high enough to get on the tow vehicle.
Okay, so the only reason they don't actually use the camper with the block. They just use the block as part of the process.
Yeah, some may put blocks.
You don't need to. Once you're on a flat surface like this.
Yes, if you're able to get it up high enough on your tow vehicle, there's no need for a block. But if you need to raise it up some, then yes, put a block underneath. That way you can get it up high enough.
About how high will this go?
Let's find out. Kids are inside.
Where are we going?
But since you got an undermount, if you notice the hitch is down on the bottom, so most are top mounts, so the ball will be up a little higher. So you said you have a 250. So you can get a little 2-inch drop like that hitch right there. Okay. And basically you'll be able to pulls up and back to unlock.
Can you do that again? That's locked?
Yep, this is locked. Push up, push back.
Gotcha.
Now this little lever's unlocked so now I can raise it off the ball. This is where you want it in the lock position.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It looks like you can put a pin in there.
Yes, you can. There's a lock pin that you can buy.
Okay.
We don't have one. So now what I'm going to do is once I get it on the truck and on the ball, I'll lift it back up and we're going to almost lift the truck and trailer at the same time. Depending how much movement you get. Wheel shocks are very important. But at this point, we're hooked up to the truck, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so we're pretty close. We have the handle right there. Yep. So all you're going to do with this handle is when you're going to have to raise it up a substantial amount to get the weight off the truck and off the trailer. I'm going to still have to adjust these a little bit. I don't know. We're going to try to see how it feels. Basically, you get in the hook there. Lift up. Slam it into place.
Dear Lord.
Give it a little kick. Then you put your pin in. Like that. Lock it down in place. Okay?
Your turn.
You want to try that one?
Yeah, okay, well, I didn't see it.
Okay, so basically you're going to get pushed. There you go. Now get that hook in place.
Like this?
Yeah. Get it in that little right there. Okay. Keep your fingers out of the way. Grab the handle there. Lift up and
Further
slam
back
it
is
forward.
more leverage you got.
Okay? Slam it forward. Push each
Sorry,
leg.
I had a baby and I was...
No, keep your legs out of the way.
Okay.
You always want to push
Just
forward.
arms.
Yeah, just arms push forward that way. And then knots locked in place. Put your pin on.
I didn't see how to do it, but...
Okay, you're fine. I'm about to help you. So now you're going to turn around. This way. Like that.
So it's on top of it.
Yeah, that way it holds
That's
in
it?
place. Yep.
And then the chains.
And then you're talking about everything all together.
This is easily filmed.
So the black and gray water system. The gray water system is mainly showers and sinks, right? Black is all toilet. So the the best thing that I can tell you when doing this is have the kids use as much water as possible when using the black tank. So if they go number 2, I tell my kids fill up another bowl of water and throw it down. The more water you have, the easier it's going to be because gravity is your friend when it's pushing everything out. Right? Yeah. So black tank, if they're using number 1, always just have a good bowl of water, go down with it. Number 2, put an extra bowl of water. You may come out. There's a bathhouse over there.
Okay.
1698.
1698. Okay.
Can I take 'em?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take this? Oh.
All right. So, where were we? Oh, so fill a bowl. Number 2, I always tell my girls fill another bowl, and it may fill up after 2 or 3 days. You know, maybe if you're not doing an extended camping trip, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But the more water you have in there, the easier it's going to be to keep it maintained.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what I do is I dump the black tank first.
And this is when you're done? When you're leaving?
When it's full. Well, since I'm full-time, I live in the Army full-time.
Oh, you do?
I retired out of the military, and basically we decided we like traveling and we like seeing things, so this is what we do.
What was your branch?
Army.
My wife's Army.
Really?
Yeah.
She's still in?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reserves.
Got you. Good stuff.
Dad was a heavy Vietnam vet.
Nice.
The dirty stuff.
Yeah, the hard times back then.
Yes.
Yeah, I did some more time here, but it wasn't those guys were really into stuff, man.
Amazing conversations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. So, because we full time, I dump my black tank every couple of days. And we utilize a flush, which here's there it is. I'll bet you city water on that one. We utilize our black tank flush. So I open my black tank valve, I let everything come out to the sewer. After everything drains, I get another separate water hose and I hook up to the black tank flush. With the black valve open, I then flush my black tank.
Yeah.
And it cleans it all out, gives it nice. So I get a clear elbow on my sewer hose so I can see when the water's clear.
Oh, nice.
And then everything's...
Is that elbow there?
No, there.
It's like, there's the sewer there.
Yeah, from your hose. Sorry.
No,
So your hose...
I'm all ready for these like 30-foot runs for the sewer and stuff. So.
I do have an extension because there are sometimes where you get a longer run, but usually it's nearby.
Okay.
Usually most RV parks. So then I see my clear elbow, I'm flushing it, and I see clear, I know it's clean. I shut the water off, I disconnect and close my black tank, and then I fill up with a couple of bowls of water and put the chemical in there. Yeah. And then that way it's ready to go for the next camping trip.
We'll talk about that chemical inside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if yours has chemical in there, but yes, any chemical, Walmart, Amazon.
Oh,
whatever,
right. This is like
the deodorizer and tissue breakdown. Basically, break down the stuff that's in the black tank and a deodorizer.
You put that in there when you start your camping?
Yes. Yeah. So a couple bowls of water and put your chemical in.
You got some nice water going in there.
Exactly.
Put the chemical in too, and then you have this thing all ready to go.
Right. So you fill up your black tank and you're using it. You dump it all out. You clean it all out, and put some more bowls of water in there after you're done. Put more chemical in there so it's ready for your next time use. Or if you have extended trip like myself, every time we dump it, we put new chemical after we flush it.
That makes sense. All right. It sounds easier than I was expecting.
So after I dump the black tank and I flush the black tank and I get clear water coming out of my tube there, I shut everything down, close my black tank. I usually fill up the gray water. I have the girls shower, do whatever, or even just run the sink for a while with some soap and bleach. And I fill it up. That way when I'm done with my black, I still have the hose sturdy. I open up my gray and it washes out my hose for me.
The gray comes out of the same place?
Yes, sir. The gray is tied in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's super smart.
Yes. So that way it cleans.
Yeah.
So the gray, you can see the smaller pipe right there? That's the gray tank over there.
Uh-huh.
So it all cleans out, and it cleans out my sewer hose too with the gray
that's
water.
Great. Yeah.
Instead of having to rinse it out with the hose.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Okay.
You got your outdoor shower here. It's pretty fancy. Hot and cold water. Wash the kids off, pits, whatever else you got going on.
Sweet.
And then right above it is our water heater.
Okay.
Water heater. Really nothing to point out other than you got a pressure relief valve. So if you're going to winterize it yourself, you want to release the pressure on the water heater, which no pressure on it right now, and then open this valve or this plug right here and drain all the water out when you winterize
out of there. Put a hose on it.
Yeah. And there should be in your manual how to winterize the unit.
Okay.
Other than that, really not a whole lot to do out here. This does get hot, it is the exhaust. And this is an exhaust for your furnace, so this gets hot as well. Okay. So anything laying against it, plastic, rubber, it'll get pretty hot.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which is your outdoor sink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's all
So
that is right there.
Got it.
So the outdoor kitchen sink is what this one is right here, and it's in the open position. There we go.
You do all of your, you'll probably get to this, but do you do all your leveling before you do your slide outs?
Absolutely, yeah. And the leveling on this one is really underneath the tires, left to right, and then front to back with the front jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these jacks, I mean, it's not level.
These are stabilizers only.
Oh.
So when you get the unit down and level, you're going to drop these down to the ground and then just give it a little bump, and that's just stabilizing the unit.
You don't have those on now because you probably know where you're staying.
Oh, yes. That way, one, we don't run off with them on down, and then two, but we can put those down here shortly.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
I mean, I can figure that.
Stabilize the unit.
I can figure that out. I do see it jostling with the kids inside, and that's
definitely
for that.
helps.
Gotcha.
And a bin that I pull out
every
time we go camping somewhere, or if I stop for like we are right now.
That makes sense.
Ladder to the roof, load tested. 250 pounds is what they rated at. I'm about 250, so
that's the ladder?
I didn't fall. Yeah, so we're good to go.
And the roof is for what? Like just for maintenance?
It's walkable. Yeah. So basically, you should get up on the roof at least twice a year. Check your seals. Make sure there's no cracking in the caulk up top. Make sure nothing's open. Meaning none of the seals are pulling away. Make sure that your covers are all up there. Everything's fine. They're not cracking. Then also the biggest thing is when you go through a campsite or even driving down the road and you catch a low branch, you always want to make sure you're
scratching it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Got some chairs up there.
Yeah, no chairs.
Can't do that. No, honestly, I thought
you could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Just too much long-term pressure up there.
That and the single points of the chair, or even if you put a base on it, may be okay. Yeah. But
I was thinking of those cheap, like the bars. But I got you. Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just anything on that membrane to stretch it.
Yeah. Sunbathing. Yeah. Laying down.
That's fine. Absolutely. So our kitchen here. This is your quick connect hose for outdoor stove. Right. And all you're doing is basically setting this guy up here. Connects here. Make sure that collar closes all the way around it.
It's like a water hose that has quick connect. You pull the thing down, it snaps in the
same collar. Yeah. And then same here. Push the collar back, get it in, make sure that collar sits back in there again, open it up, and you're ready for business.
That is open. That's closed.
That's closed. Got it. And when it's in the locked position here, closed, I try to unlock it with it still on, it won't let you. So make sure it's in the on position.
This is different than the separate grill, right?
What's that?
The grill with the stand that you're talking about?
Yes, it's separate. The little stand that I was showing you is just another platform for like a black stone. If you want to put a black stone up there.
Right. I thought, is there a grill that came with this? It's under the bed?
I don't know.
They're supposed to be.
I think it's supposed to be like probably the grill that goes on that thing.
If this one has it, not all of them come with it. So
I'm pretty sure John showed us he goes, oh yeah, there's your grill under the bed. So, all right.
And store for a long period of time. Just open it back up and it'll trickle out of there.
So that's open, that's closed.
This is closed. There.
This is fresh water.
Yeah. This right here, just another propane quick connect. So if you want to run like a little outdoor fireplace or something, propane wise.
Why are those just sitting there cut?
Or your grill.
Right. Oh, that's true. Oh, right. That's why it's there.
Yeah.
Why are these just sitting here cut?
Those are just overflow drains. Gotcha. So your fresh tank has overflow, so that you don't overfill.
Okay.
Right. So you get overflow there, and if it ever did fill up enough, this vent, you'll see water coming out of the vent too.
How much is the hole?
That I don't remember. This was probably a 60, maybe.
This is drinking water.
Yes.
So
I wouldn't recommend drinking it unless you filter it, but yeah, because you don't know what the park's got.
Well, I was gonna say, is this the kind of thing that you fill it with filtered water, or do people?
No, fill it from the city water connection.
Yeah.
Right. And then filter it inside.
Oh, okay.
Like a Brita or something?
Yeah, we do murky. Yeah.
Okay.
Because depending on RV parks, they may have dirty water.
Yeah, and they were talking about getting a water filter.
Yeah. There's a water filter outside that you can put as well.
Yeah.
They sell different versions, however much you want to spend on them.
Yeah.
I replace mine every couple of months. It's just a $17.
Yeah. And that doesn't. And you just do it here. That's all done.
I do it from the hose. So I go water pressure regulator, water filter, then my hose.
Oh, inside. It's all inside.
Outside.
Outside. Oh, you're pointing to where the water is.
Yeah,
right now.
on that side. Sorry about that.
Okay. So yeah. So from the Where's the hose in the thing?
So, pressure regulator,
Yeah.
water filter, and then hose. That way it's before my hose
Yeah.
and before the rest of the unit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
We got 2 little for winterization. This is basically I winterize the unit, put antifreeze in all the lines, and I come open these up, drop the last little bit of water out of it. And that's just another opening for your fresh tank. Okay.
What do you antifreeze?
Huh?
In your fresh water line?
Yes, sir. Into your water line. So basically, there's an RB antifreeze, non-toxic to humans, and you'll put that in all your lines, all your P-traps, drain your water meter. That way you make sure that you have every line full of antifreeze.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is just a touchscreen thermostat. So you got 3 modes on this one. You got auto, which is the fan, and then you got the cool mode. So if I hit the mode button once, it lights the LED. If I hit it twice, it goes to furnace. It goes through all my modes here. So off. Eventually it'll shut off the AC. Auto is just the fan only. I can set it to high, low, or auto, which is what you should keep it on. That way if the AC is actually blowing, it'll shut off when it reaches temperature. Right now it's set at 69. Let's set it to 70. So that's where you want to keep it there. If you want to turn on the furnace, that's when you go to the furnace mode instead of the
Okay, so this is on now and it's set to 70, so if it's 70.
It shut down itself, so that's going to take a little bit to come back up. So.
Okay. This is the maiden voyage. Woohoo! Dun 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 na 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 na. Up, up, up.
Tell, real careful, like when you make turns, you got a lot.
He's my brother. He's awesome. Hey! That's what I'm talking about. That's